Hello, is it working? Hello, hello, hello. Yes, it's working. Hello, how is it going, everyone? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for dropping by. Hello, hello, hello there, Caro. Hello, Zekrom. Hello, Jeremiah. Hello, Theodore. Hello, Dash. Hello, Hyperdimension. Hello, welcome to the stream, everyone. Thank you so much for dropping by today. Appreciate it big time. All in all, not that bad of a delay. Only 30 minutes. Thank you for waiting for me, man. I appreciate it big time. Jackson, hello. Super hello. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Thank you. Kagero, how's it going? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alrighty, yo, guys, it is time for Toho. And as you can see, we have a larger goal. In fact, the larger goal still got destroyed. Oh my god. Thank you so. And yes, you're correct. We're so close. That's crazy. Did you guys hear that? My god, the helicopters are so freaking loud today, man. Goddamn. We live kinda I mean not close, but there is an RAF base like some way, like way far away, and I guess we're on the pathway to go down that a regular flight route or whatever. But yeah, that's why we hear helicopters every now and then. But hello, welcome, man. Thanks so much for dropping by, you guys. Appreciate it big time. And bro, it is crazy. It's crazy. I can't believe it. It's almost time for the next Touhou gaming session, man. How wild is that? Not my chopper. Not yet, anyway. Oh man, today's been good, man. Today's been good. I woke up, got some work done, and I'm ready for some Touhou, man. I'm ready for some Touhou. Very excited for it. Before we get started on the schedule wise. Maybe, yo, Kenzo, man. You're right. Guys, I set the goal to 210 and it got absolutely demolished. As you can see, it's at 246. You know, get to the chat. I love it. I have, I think I know what we can do. Evidently, we need to raise the cap to 250 at some point, man. I raised it to 210 and you guys are like, are you serious right now? Are you serious? And then when I woke up, it was at 246. Put the cookie down! Elite reference, Ekro. I freaking love it, man. We should do an Ani movie night, man. Just watch a bunch of his movies, bro. But yes, guys, I'm thinking, right? Yo, hello there, Space Marine. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. At the moment, we're doing a double bill of HoloLive every Wednesday. That can't be the closest multiple of 60, 250. What about 252? I guess you want it in multiples of 10s as well. Oh my god. Okay. Hold on. I think, right? We may be able to do it if... Let me check. Let me do this. I love that, bro. We may be able to do it. And to be honest, we actually are... Oh, 250 works as well. Yo, guys, this guy's haggling on your behalf, man. Respect. I actually respect it so much. We're almost done. With our HoloLive contests, our double bills, the streams I do with Asif as well, right? So, I'm thinking we could actually dedicate Wednesdays to Toho, and leave Saturday as mine and Asif's day. So whether that's the HoloLive concert, whether that's the double bill and stuff like that, it works for him as well because it's a weekend. He can, he has the Saturday, right? Rather than after he finishes 9 to 5, he has to wait a couple of hours for me to finish my Toho stream and then start the HoloLive one, which could be a double bill. So... Yo, that is good. No, real talk, man. I do appreciate it. I genuinely appreciate you guys massively. I just want to make sure that we are providing the content that you want at the energy levels and the worth that you guys have for it, man. But, Duke, as you can see, we're almost done. We just have Lami's here. And, yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, Kenzo, you're right. That leads me on to my next one. I think we may just do the Lami watch party today and push Astel to next week. Here, Wednesday, Toho requesting they'll take the time out to schedule 5. It's been crazy. It's been crazy, man. But genuinely, I really appreciate all the support. I really do appreciate it, man. So I think what we can do, possibly starting from next week. I don't know when. But I will say it will be at 210 for now. And I think we may be able to increase it to 250 as we start to clear the backlog. We will. Lami is 100% confirmed for tonight. Like that, if we do just one stream, as a HoloLive watch party, it'll be Lami's one. Yeah. We will absolutely do that one. But it looks like we might be starting at like 7 p.m. perhaps, depending on when we finish this one. But right, there we go. Lovely jubbly. and we can save the number. Yeah, we are indeed doing a where is it? We are indeed doing a maths exam this Saturday, man. Oh my god, we're doing a maths exam. Are you serious right now? I haven't done maths since high school. What is this? What are we doing here? Oh man. Yeah. Okay. That sounds good. That sounds good, man. All right. So yeah, well, maybe we can keep it at 210. Even with 210, I think I like having just the one stream after with Asif. So maybe we'll do it that way. How, you know what? We'll find out on the Saturday itself. All right. But without further ado, let's get... Yo, I mean, this is why I have Yuka hyperdimension. The opposites attract, you know. She's smart at maths. I'm dumb at maths. All right, guys, let's continue on, shall we? Here we go. Krim, thank you very much, man. Appreciate that big time. Thank you for funding the next section of Perfect Memento Instruction. That was one of the reasons I was delayed, by the way. I was like, where the hell do I stop now? But I checked the word count and everything. Oh, yeah. Hold on. No, that's a good point. Krim, if you... Ooh, wait, no. You gave me a good one last time anyway, right? Hold on, give me a second. You gave me a list that we were going through anyway. It was actually hers. Where are you? Krim. Just continue the video, yeah. Do you know where we happened? I actually don't even know where we stopped. Hopefully YouTube's red bar should be able to help us out. All right, let's see. Oh, it worked out perfectly. Right, so I did the word count and I did some checking, right? I think we finished on Yukari's one. Starting from otherworldly magical beings, if we end on spirited away humans, outsiders, that will finish all of the yokais, right? Wait, hold on. I've got it written down somewhere. Here we go. Yeah, it goes through magicians. It covers like all of the yokais, and then we start with Reimu. And this one would be 800 over the words. Still works, so I think that's fine. I think we'll take that. What do you think, Grim? How does that sound to you? Rightio. I mean, if you're happy with that, I'm happy to do it. We can send it from there. But that would be... Sounds good? Lovely jubbly. Lovely. All right. Well, yeah, this one I gotta pre-read, man. I don't pre-read the entries. I don't pre-read that. But I have to see where we are, man. All right. Let's continue, shall we? Here we go. All right. Okay, let's do this. As always, guys, we're going to be flipping on over to Twitch once the reading section. And do we have any clips? Do these count as clips? I guess these are songs. Unless Kenzo tells me otherwise. We'll see. But otherwise, yeah, we'll be heading on over to Twitch for the music section. Excited for that, man. Looking forward to it. All right, let's go. Otherworldly magical beings. Magicians. Usual threat level. Only songs? Lovely. We'll just switch over right after we finish the reading section then. Usual threat level, normal. Frequency of encounter, low. Variety, low. Places, anywhere, times, anytime. Okay, characteristics. One who has become possessed by magic such that one's body itself is powered by magic. This type of yokai is known as a magician. Yeah, I keep forgetting magicians are yokai, not humans. Right. Their livelihood revolves around magical research, spending their days thinking about new spells. Among yokai, they are the most similar to humans. There you go. Okay. Thank you. All right. At the point when they completely become magicians, their growth aging stops. Those who are born as magicians from the start are only able to use magic, and just like humans, they grow. Age and have a limited. Those who are born from the start. Wait, what? Oh. Wait, it's worse if you become... Sorry. It's worse if you're born... It depends on your definition of worse, I guess. But you're born as a magician, from the start, are only able to use magic. And just like humans, they grow, age, and have a limited lifespan. Okay, but if you learn magic, you stop your aging. Ooh, wow. Then when they learn abandoned world magic, they become long-lived... Oh, okay, I should have literally read the next sentence. Long-lived complete magicians. Okay. Right. After all, it's the same for normal magicians. In any case, becoming a member of the magician race takes quite a bit of time, since they continue to grow old like humans up until that point. In general, there are many aged wizards and witches. That makes sense. Hello there, Ninja. How's it going? Welcome. Okay. However, in Gensokyo, magical research is more advanced and learning magic is simple. Thus, there are few more than a few young childish magicians in Gensokyo. There's no way to tell them apart from humans by their appearance. The bodies are nearly the same as humans, so they are frail in comparison to other yokai. They're generally intelligent, 2DS people. Every time I read this, my brain just flashes to Marissa. Really? No, I'm kidding. Studious people with a lot of knowledge, but they tend to be hikikomori and not leave their home. Potential harm, sacrifice, theft. Damn. Marissa, abduction, roar. The most cause of harm is theft of livestock. Living livestock is necessary for large-scale magic, and it seems there is a serious livestock shortage among magicians. In addition, they often steal food and drink, especially liquor and curios such as moon rocks. At worst, they might even steal... Excuse me? Also, they can use magic, which is similar to sleight of hand, and commit fraud. Perhaps in performing magic requires money, but they'll take any means necessary to raise funds. Be particularly cautious if you see someone selling shady magic props on the roadside. Countermeasures. Most important thing is to not trust magicians. Fortunately, their body, like this gives me now you see me vibes. Body's only as strong as that of an ordinary human, so running away is simple. A magician who is properly prepared is so strong that they can take on any kind of yokai. However, they are weak to surprise attacks, are not good at close combat or lengthy conflicts. The most fundamental thing is to be careful not to fall into a magician's trap, which will not happen without entering their territory. If you happen to do so, your best options are either to immediately run away or to boldly approach them. There are those who repeatedly cast magic to restore the youth, but magic to stop one's growth and can only be used on oneself. Magic that allows you to compensate for not eating food by a magic power can only be used on oneself. Sometimes the children become the magician of Jedi, bro. Alice is a human that became a magician. Patchouli was born a magician. Marissa just studies magic. Think wizard and sorcerer and warlock. To be fair, I don't know what any of that means anyway. I'm not a D&D guy. So I do get my wizard, sorcerer, and warlocks confused, unfortunately. Oh my god, hypo. Alright, here we go. Well, kicking it off then. 7-color puppeteer, Alice Margatroid. Oh. That's her name? Is that her actual name? Toho. Alice. Bro, for some reason, I was thinking in my head, I just had her name as Matrigold, bro. Oh my god, I don't know. I guess I saw the M, saw the D, and filled in the rest, man. Okay. No, it wasn't Megatron. Alright. Manipulation of dolls. Low, high, any kind of place. The magician that appears in front of crowds during festivals and displays her performance with her dolls will be Alice Margatroid. Okay. She's an artistic magician who manipulates dolls with magic and makes it appear as if they were alive. She has blonde hair and pale skin, looking very much like a doll herself. She is a type of magician that was originally human and became one through training. Because of this, she is very understanding of humans. However, her history as a magician is short and she is a novice. She still eats and sleeps and does... I wish this had age, bro. I would like to get that into context, though, but I guess maybe Zun... do you think Zun knows everyone's ages? I guess he has an idea. Alright. Despite not needing to do so. No, I brought for research, man. I just want to know. Like, literally for research this time around. She usually lives in a cozy western house in the Forest of Magic. If you happen to wander into the Forest of Magic, lose your way and end up at our house, it is said that she will cheerfully allow you to stay the night. Oh my god, really? That's crazy. However, while she says all that, all she does is research magic and control her dolls without really conversing, which is unsettling. It seems one would want to run away as soon as possible. Mad. I love that, dude. Doll manipulation magic is a magic that makes it seem as if the dolls were alive. The magic does not give life to the dolls, but rather allows the user to control them with magical strings, so long distance manipulation is very difficult. However, dolls cannot defy orders or harm their user. It is not the case that all her dolls are specifically made, rather many of them are simply normal dolls. Most of them are handmade by her. By attaching magical threads to her handmade dolls, she can manipulate them freely. You know, that's it, bro. I thought you were talking about me. I can't lie. Man, that's good. I mean, yeah, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, man. The Alices that we've seen in fan arts, and she hot, bro. She hot. Wait, hold on. Let me just make sure I'm thinking of the right fan arts. Margatroid. Hey, she is a baddie, bro. Come on. Depends on the depiction, I guess. Oh my god. All right. Let's go. It is said that cooking, laundry, cleaning, and other household chores are mostly done by her dolls. It seems convenient at first, but the dolls are not moving by themselves, so she always has her hands full concentrating. Toho Mystic Square Alice. That's every Toho character, literally. Mystic Square. Oh, wow, okay. Nah, she's cool. I really like her design, man. Depends on the artist, certainly in the fan art. Absolutely. Oh my god. I've seen fan arts in which Yukari is a bit modest size, and I'm like, bro, that is... I don't think I've ever seen Yukari like that, bro. That is wild. Crazy. Alright, She said that she controls all the dolls herself, but that sounds like a whopper, Marisa. Oh, man. Release the Yukari! No, I'm sorry, man. I believe people who have seen her would understand, but she controls several dolls and makes each one... They're quite tight, right? Alice and Marisa. From what I've understood. Makes each one of them perform separate actions, at times being them cooperate, and other times moving them completely asynchronously. It really does not seem like she's controlling them, but... Yeah, I like what you did there. There were a large number of dolls falling down the river. Wasn't that the work of a doll yokai? Okay, that might be Nagashibina. A while ago, I saw a weird doll with another doll inside it. Isn't that the work of a doll yokai? As a Matryoshka doll. Dude, that is... Dash, massive respect, man. Massive respect. I love that. Since she was originally human, she most likely rarely attacks humans. However, she unexpectedly enjoys battles, and if you challenge her, she will gladly accept. Since she is accompanied by her dolls, if you challenge her, you'll find yourself highly outnumbered. Unless you are very confident in your abilities, a difficult battle is inevitable. Even if you defeat a few of her dolls, it will be as meaningless as pouring water over a hot stone. Besides, she even makes her dolls explode. Oh my god, you must not attack the doll. She may seem like a yokai that is difficult to deal with, but she has a weak point. That is Alice herself. She has her hands full manipulating dolls, so her movements are sluggish and her fighting ability is low. If you're ever in a match with her, aim for her directly. Okay. Running into the forest of magic at night is also scary, so you would have no choice but to bear with it. She's very dexterous. However, magical threads are not controlled by hand, but by magic. The acts of transferring misfortune and impurity onto dolls and pulling them down a river lately is believed to cause pollution, so his practice has waned. Wow. This one's probably going to be a couple hours, and the next stream on Twitch is probably going to be 3 hours. There's Patchouli. Hello, how's it going? Right. Alice was our partner when we used Marisa in the latest game, right? In Touhou 11? Was it? Yeah. Use of magic, mainly elemental, threat medium, normal, Scarlet, Devil Mansion. Said to be the brains of the Scarlet Devil Mansion, the manor where devils live, is a magician known as Patchouli Knowledge. It is her role to resolve problems that occur here. She has long hair, but otherwise her appearance is indistinguishable from a human's. She is a natural-born magician, and it is said she has lived for over 100 years. Astonishingly, it is also said that she spent most of those 100 years reading books. She is proficient in various types of magic, and earnestly researches new spells. Whenever she devises a new spell, she transcribes it into a magic book, expanding the library. It's unknown when she settled into the Scarlet Devil Mansion, but judging by the size of the library, it must have been a considerable time ago. Right. Oh, that's why we were able to blow things up so often. Got you. It's because of Alice. She's a magician's magician, able to cast various sorts of magic. She mainly uses elemental magic. Elemental magic borrows from the power of fairies and spirits to result in an output greatly exceeding the small input. Elemental magic is comprised of 7 varieties. Wood for life and awakening. Oh, it's Naruto! Wood for life and awakening. Fire for change and movement. Earth for foundation and mobility. Metal for wealth and abundance. Water for silence and purification. Sun for activity and offense. Moon for passivity and defense. While being able to use magic from all those elements, the surprising part is that it seems she's able to cast spells that combine 2 or more. Oh, wow. Moreover, variations are extraordinarily abundant. She can combine fire and wood to increase the power, or combine fire and earth to cover her weakness, and much more. Damn, okay. Oh man. Grimoires and the Great Library. Grimoires or magic books are not simply books, but are magical items with magic power sealed inside. The contents are not simply direction on how to cast magic, but also the secret keys to use of that magic itself. In theory, anyone could cast a spell if they had the appropriate magic book, but without finding keys inside, it said it would not be possible to even discern the words written within. One cannot find the key if they did not possess equal or greater skill than the person who wrote the grimoire. The letters written in the book are not the system used by humans, but are said to be divine era hiragana, or perhaps the original Japanese writing system. Wow. so not everyone can read it. Although there is a great library beneath the Scarlet Devil Mansion filled with veritable mountains of magic books, there are many magic books that she has written, as well as many that no one has been able to read. Hold on. Okay. The library holds a great many books besides magic books as well. Most of this material consists of books from the outside world. I see. That library reeks of mold, Marisa-kiri-same. In Japan, it's quite humid. Arcades are typically built in well-ventilated areas. In the Scarlet Devil Mansion is a Western-style building. It may not have been made with Japanese climates in mind. That's pretty mad that Zunto of everything, bro. I find a readable book mixed in occasionally. One can read a book from the outside world just like any other book. I would also like to try reading one. Countermeasures. The characteristic of elemental magic is to create great effects from a small amount of powder, but it has its drawbacks as well. Specifically, each element has its own weak point. This applies to her magic as well. If by some chance you end up in battle with her, you must stay alert to which element of magic she is using while fighting her. But since she seldom leaves the Scarlet Devil Mansion, battles with her are extremely rare. As long as you do not break into the mansion, you won't end up fighting her. In addition, her physical abilities are poorer than that of a human. She is asthmatic. Oh no, she can't exert herself too much lest it becomes difficult to breathe. This places her in an unusual category among yokai. At the same time, it is her role to cause problems as well. Gensokyo's books are primarily handwritten. There are a few properly bound and published books. As is characteristics for a magician, she can speak extremely quickly in a low voice. It feels suffocating just to watch her speak so quickly, even with asthma. Crazy. Yeah, animals with exceptional power and wisdom. Beast yokai. Usual threat level high, medium, high. Anywhere, anytime. Okay. The first god, they seem to be regular animals. These creatures are intelligent enough to understand human speech and have extraordinary physical abilities. Some of them can also use sorcery. This kind of creature is termed a beast yokai. Many of them act as leaders for ordinary animals. A defining feature of beast yokai is that they are very corporeally. How do you say that? How do you even say that word? Corporeally. Damn, bro. Hold on, I gotta Google that, man. YouTube. Wait, no. Yeah, YouTube. Why not? Pronunciation. Bro said English is my second language, man. Corporeal. Really? No. I know how to say that. Corporeally. But how do you say that? Corporally. Okay, I need some help. British. Corporeal is the is like not non-existent, but when you don't have a physical manifestation, right? But how do you say the li? Corporeal. Hold on. Oh, whoopsie. Oh my god. Stream Deck, please. Oh, it's the opposite. Oh shit, okay. It means you do have a physical manifestation. Corporeally. Oh my god. Now English is hard, man. Here we go.
Corporeally.
The flip. Corporeally. Corporeally. God damn, bro. Alright, and how do you say this? Incorporeal. Incorporeal. Bloody hell, what a word.
We are looking at how to pronounce describing for more. Corporeal.
Corporeal? Corporeally. Okay. Damn. Maybe we do need an English stream, bro. God damn. A spelling bee one, perhaps. Corporeal for real. That's all I'm gonna say from now on, bro. Physical prowess is outstanding, but should their bodies be destroyed... hold on. BGM. Should their body be destroyed, they will have great difficulty regenerating. Okay. Oh no, man. I'm losing all my language. Bilingual, bro. Oh man. Unlike normal yokai, they're resistant against mental attacks. Ordinarily, oh my lordy, their appearance disposition. It doesn't help that I've got freaking Invisaligns in, man. I'm turning into Faye. I've got a nasty ulcer here as well, man. And so I've got Invisaligns. I've got an ulcer. I'm reading Muzukashi words, bro. Related to the word. Got you. Okay. Exactly. It's corrupted my data, bro. Oh god. Ordinarily, their appearance, disposition, and abilities are heavily influenced by the animal from which they originated. They feel a strong sense of solidarity with the rest of their respective species and will tolerate no harm to any of their kin. I guess Hollow would count as this. I guess Kagero is here then. In that case, no? I need to download more RAM, man. I still sound the same. That's good because I don't sound the same in my head, and it's painful to speak, bro. Oh my god. Their diet is said to be omnivorous. It's omnivorous, right? Not omnivorous. Oh my god, bro. Their preference for meat, especially. Oh lord. Okay. Oh, Kagero did not exist. Okay. It said that an animal that has eaten enough virtuous humans becomes a. Damn. Many of them are very ferocious, and since the frequency of encountering one is somewhat high, you must be careful of this type of yokai. Also, more tails generally means high yokai power, so you can use this to estimate that. Oh, Ran. Potential harm, injury, predation. Most of their danger comes from direct attacks. Right. Even if they can only scratch with their sharp claws or bite with their teeth, they are a threat to humans. It's possible to be injured even if you don't directly get involved with beast yokai. For example, if you catch a rabbit yokai may take revenge on you if it notices. And you must be even more careful of beast yokai that can use sorcery. Because of a difference in physical abilities, humans are at an overwhelming disadvantage in a frontal attack. Because they tend to lack intelligence, they often fall into traps set by humans. Sometimes they get caught in rabbit traps. If one of them is threatening to fight you, it's probably because it's hungry. If you have food in hand, there's a good chance you can escape by offering it to them and running. In the worst case, if you don't have any food in hand, or you meet them one after another, and you're just giving away all your food, all you can do is pray. Swift feet, the ability to jump high, having great strength, being able to see in the dark, to see and hear things from afar, having delicious meat. They're airheads, monks who've done a lot of training. Shen! Alright, of course. Would be suitable targets. Orin, perhaps? We'll see. Use of sorcery, medium, normal, animal traits, yokai, mountain. She doesn't look too dangerous to me. A Bakeneko, whose appearance and threat level are the most standard of the yokai beast. Even so, Chen is also a Shikigami, in service to Ran. Bro, so Yukari has Ran and Ran has Chen. That's amazing. She's a classic Bakeneko with long claws and two long tails. While possessing the Shikigami state, she can use various kinds of sorcery and is extremely dangerous but is weak to water. If she doubts in water, she will cease to be a Shikigami and become a normal Bakeneko. As a normal Bakeneko, that's great. She'll become more feral and resort to more physical means such as biting and clawing, but she still hates water. If he doubts her again, her movements will further falter. She looks the same as a Shikigami and as a Bakeneko. She appears smart because she is capable of understanding human speech and uses various kinds of sorcery when possessed. In reality, she possesses the intellect of a human child. About the age she appears, she spends most of her time on Yokai Mountain and occasionally comes down to the human village to attack people. However, it said she follows the will of Ran and Yukari. Oh my god! They have the same second name! I forgot about that! Wait, does Shen? No, Shen is just Shen. Shen is just Shen. When she's serving as Shikigami. Eyewitness reports, there was a huge cat lying inside the kotatsu. It's about as big as a person. No, really. Right, yeah, exactly. Damn. Yeah. Cats curl up under the kotatsu in winter. A bunch of cats are gathered behind our house. We splash them with water and they ran out. It seems the cats are assembled regularly when people aren't watching. It appears the leader of these gatherings is his Bakeneko. Sometimes pillars on our house are all scratched out, but it's all because of his Bakeneko. Chen is just Chen. Yakumo intro, okay. She might be sharpening her claws, but among the class of Bakeneko would probably just use nail clippers or scissors. Countermeasures, Bakeneko are very nimble. Right, yeah. If she's in a serious fight, even running away would be difficult. However, she has many weaknesses. First, she hates water. She won't go out if it's raining. Sounds like me. If you run out in the middle of a road, she probably wouldn't pursue. She also is weak against catnip. If you sprinkle some dried catnip around, she quickly loses interest in fighting. It's probably best to keep some dried catnip with you if you have to walk down an animal trails. These types of sorcery she uses focus on using speed and tricky movements to confuse her opponents. For example, if you think you see her dash off to the left, she'll attack from the right. It's a technique that relies on speed and precise movements, so it's very similar to sleight of hand. Shikigami aren't a particular class of yokai, but it's more like software that are put on them. When this software runs, we write that here as being possessed. Okay. It's unknown whether she has paws, When she stopped moving to her left and returned to the right at high speed, she moves so quickly, humans lose sight of her, it makes it appear to be instant teleportation. Damn. Oh, really? Interesting. Oh, here's Ran. Oh my god. Ran is a baddie, bro. She's a baddie. 100% confirmed. Alright. High, normal, anywhere. It is said that, how many tails does she have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I mean, we might see here. Nah, oh, she's fully straight up 9-tailed. Okay, damn. It said that the more tails a beast has, the more powerful it is, and the longer they are, the more clever it becomes. I volunteer as tribute, bro. The widely regarded authority among beasts is 9-tailed fox yokai Ran Yakumo. A fox with 9 large tails, a prestigious degree, displays her divinity. The one who has enslaved the strongest of beasts. That is crazy. What? That's wild. And uses her for various mundane tasks. The strongest yokai, Yukari Yakumo. Ran is Yukari Shikigami. As a Shikigami, Ran must do whatever Yukari commands, but she's also capable of using Shikigami of her own. Ran Shikigami is Chen. However, Chen is too unreliable for Ran to depend on. Ran is incredibly intelligent and especially good at mathematics. The opposite of me, bro. Opposites attract. Now I'm kidding. It is said that she's capable of doing complex calculations far above anything a human can attempt in an instant. However, her forte is the analysis of existing phenomena rather than that of new concept. She lives in the same house as Yukari Yakumo and appears in Gensokyo in her place. ChatGPT could never, bro. The fox came here a while ago to buy some fried tofu. She probably paid for it and everything, even though she is an animal. Once you reach a certain level of intelligence, you feel ashamed as acts such as theft. This is true for both humans and yokai. Lately, a 9-tailed fox has been wandering around the edge of the village like it's been sizing up something. I wonder what the yokai are planning. It's scary. There's no need for concern. This fox is merely making sure no untoward changes occur in Gensokyo, and the border experiences no degradation, and performing others such as checks. Oh, banger. These duties were really performed by Yukari Yakumo. It seems that Yukari grew tired of them and now Ran performs them in her stead. Her tail looks so warm. Of course they're warm. She's the strongest beast after all. I don't think you ever want to make an enemy of her, bro. Wow. Wow. Oh my god. She's intelligent, powerful, and very fast. You should not challenge her unless you're extremely confident in your skills. Unfortunately, she has a gentle personality and she takes no pleasure in self-aggrandizing combat. Oh my god. So one is unlikely to be attacked beyond reason. However, you must be prepared to do battle if you disrupt her work. She has no particular weakness, but she's extremely fond of fried tofu, so you may be able to avoid combat by offering her some. It's probably wise to carry fried tofu with you as a good luck charm when walking animal trails. She appears in human village from time to time, but there's no need to fear her then. She's only come to shop. This name is one given by her master, Yukari. Her real name is unknown. Therefore, they're an unbeatable pair. Shigami on the outside world are called computers and are said to be useful for similar purposes. Oh, racing time! Okay. Lunatic red eyes. Manipulation of insanity. Threat level unknown. Normal. Bamboo forest of the lost. Reisen, Udongein, Inaba. The yokai rabbit whose dissimilitude with other beasts makes her all the more unusual. In contrast to most beast feral nature, she has an upright posture. Her movement is rather slow for a beast as well. Furthermore, she does not attack humans. In fact, she tends to avoid them. She has extremely long ears and hair. Oh yeah, her hair is quite long. Goddamn. Right. Yeah, this helps a lot because it answers all the questions I was asking during the novel read-alongs. Right. I really liked Ran. For some reason, before I got into Toho, I conflated Yukari and Ran, like both blonde, hot, Onesans, bro, older women, and I just thought they were both. I thought they were one and the same, and that's why I always thought Yukari had tails, bro. And I thought she was, cause yeah. No, bro, come on, man. Everyone would get a +1 for Ran and Yukari. Oh man, but yeah, now I know. I know better. Really? Gotcha. I mean, bro, Kitsune are hot, man. What can I say? Alright. Yeah, one of a kind among the yokai rabbits in all respects. Tewi Inaba acts as the leader of the rabbits. Alright, they both have the same surname. Okay. But she gives orders to Okay, this makes her the de facto leader of the rabbits. It said you go mad if you look directly into her red eyes. In addition, her voice is said to have an unusual effect as well. For example, you may be unable to perceive what she's saying, even if you can hear her perfectly. Or you may hear her as if she were whispering into your ears. ASMR, bro? Agreed, man. Yo, Jeremiah, with chest. Man. Oh, yeah, Rumia. That's quite cool, though. Like, Rumia had such a minor, detail, which was her bow, right? And we got Osana Remu and everything. Yo, hey, hello there, Ghostman. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Welcome. Oh, man, this has been good, man. This is helpful. I feel like I'm studying. Exactly. Free bunny bunny girl. Bro, I almost read that as free busty girl ASMR. Oh, my God. Bunny girl ASMR. That's even better, bro. Okay. Right. Thanks to phenomena such as these, it's hard to have a proper conversation with her. She can usually be found where she lives, as at A&T in the bamboo forest. Her routine there is unknown, but occasionally she can be seen in human village selling medicine. You know what? Why not? She's well known for walking about with a large supply of dubious drugs. Oh, Lord. Lunatic ability. The ability to manipulate insanity is essentially the power to make you go mad. That is controlling the waves that reside in all things. Increasing the wavelength that is making the subject carefree results in apathetic lethargy. Decreasing the wavelength that is bringing madness to the subject results in emotional instability and leaves the subject unable to converse with others. Increasing the amplitude results in an excess of existence. Oh my God, bro. English, pain peckle. Results in an excess of existence, which allows her to transmit through thoughts no matter how far. Control over this fandom, I love it. Decreasing the amplitude results in a rarefaction of existence. Wow. In which case, one's voice will never reach another, no matter how close they are. Synchronizing the waves phases causes interference to vanish, which makes it impossible to touch anything. Offsetting the phases negates existence and completely hides the subject's form. By using various effects such as these, she can induce madness. Oh shit, yeah, you're right. Oh, you know what? Pain Beggar is just such, unfortunately or fortunately, such a classic part of my vocabulary. I don't even notice anymore, man. Oh man, but perfect timing. Eyewitness reports. It was early in the morning and I'd gone to cut bamboo in the forest. Suddenly it felt as if all the bamboo was looking down on me. My back started aching, so I had to stand up. Then I saw a strange yokai rabbit. She was looking at the sky and muttering under her breath. It looked like she was talking to someone, but there was nothing there but the fallen moon. I decided to leave because it was getting creepy, but she turned around and realized I was there. And all of a sudden, she completely vanished. I wonder if it was just a dream, the old woodcutter. Maybe it was, perhaps. As this yokai rabbit acts in such a mysterious fashion, there is so much that is unknown about her. Countermeasures. There are no reports of this yokai attacking humans. Somehow chat on my side is even slower than the one on the screen. Let me just double check that we are, everything's fine on our end. Okay, yeah, everything's fine on our end. You're not wrong, Dash. Hold on, let me just... There you go. No, but I mean, making it on live chat shouldn't affect you guys, nor should it affect what shows up on screen. But thank you for the reminder that I did switch over. YouTube is just weird. Yeah, man, fair enough. Now, I'm glad that we've kind of split between YouTube and Twitch now, you know. I'm happy, bro. Eggs, baskets, come on, man. All right. Here we go. Oh, shoot. Wait, hold on. What the heck? Guys, give me 1 second. I just got added in Hold on. Whoa, what is this? Give me a second. I just want to see this. Apparently, we just got added in a Blue Archive video. Give me a sec. I did. I just sorry for the kind of off topic. I just want to see this. Ooh. My stream deck is lagging now, so sorry, guys. All right, here we go. Hold on. Just want to see this real quick. Oh damn. Okay, hold on. You get fans to make games. Oh. Damn. Okay. Wow. All right. Hold on.
About a character's belly rules on how it would be contributing to their fucking character.
When you get fans to make games, like that's how you succeed, bro. When you get fans to make your stuff, bro, you get peak. You get peak.
You can clearly see that.
That's reading that as well.
Which is always a good thing. And then the second one is that.
Oh man, I mean,
know exactly the specific details that people look for.
That's great, man. Young, and that wasn't.
Right,
I love that, man.
That's pretty much what it is.
That wasn't that long ago, was it? We played Blue Archive 2 years ago, I think. To make your stuff, bro. Oh man, and this was like back. It was a long time ago. This was when we were first starting to get into Blue Archive. Oh, by the way, Gensokyo, here's Hasumi right there for you. Oh my god. And Ririna's also on sponsor too. Yeah, exactly. We watched that video 2 years ago. Yeah, man. Yeah. God, really? Wait, what? Ririna never finished V4C2, but she's the reason I joined your streams. Bro, are you serious? Zekrom, that's actually pretty sick, man. And now, obviously, she's on sponsor doing her own stuff as well. It's all connected. It's all connected, man. Amazing. Glad to have you here, Zekrom. Oh, here we go. Here's, wow. Here she is. She's right there, bro. She's right there. Dude, that's amazing, man. Oh, that is so freaking wicked, bro. I love that. I love that. And no, I just want to say that as well, man. Like, I truly believe in that. You have to love something to give it its due, you know? Like, come on, bro. I mean, it's perfect. We're doing Toho content right now as well, right? And the Toho is so like bolstered by its fandom, man. And without that, like, bro, you have to. It has to be done. It has to be done, man. That's how you make good games. That's how you make good content. You got to be a fan of what you're doing. You really have to. Like, that's why I will always say kind of, giving a parallel to what we're doing at Velo City with SPONSA as well. We're fans, bro. I mean, I'm a fan. Like, I'm telling you right now, like, maybe put this into perspective, right? You know, the age-old question, like, how much money would it take for you to just quit your job? I'm literally, like, not even virtue signaling, nothing. I'm telling you right now, you could give me $1 million right now, and I will still show up tomorrow like nothing happened. Literally, like, straight up, you can give me anything in the world, and I will still continue streaming, bro. This is my life. Like, without this, I don't know what I do. I genuinely don't know what I do, bro. This and sponsor, yeah. Your job is saying... Oh man, yeah. Everyone has their price. Anyone who says that he hasn't seen a high enough offer. Yeah. But I'm putting it out there. Maybe, like, I don't know. This is hopeful thinking, right? But the goal of exactly. Yeah. For me, it's fulfillment, and it's a balance of things. Would I stop for it? I wouldn't. I absolutely wouldn't, man. Absolutely wouldn't. Absolutely. No matter what. If I got $1 million in my account tomorrow, I would literally show up to stream tomorrow. Like, all right, guys, next one. Let's go. Oh, man. Oh, whoa. Oh my God. Yo, Hyperdimension. Well, wishing all the best, man. What would you do? Right on your... Yeah, perhaps that. Oh, man. If this wasn't a job, it would be a hobby, so you'd be fine. Exactly. I'm very grateful, man, to be in a position that I am, that I've been able to make my hobby my job, if that makes sense. So I really do appreciate that. Thank you. And thank you for that ping as well. Speaking of Blue Archive, we do have Blue Archive content coming up. We're doing all of Volume 5, Chapter 2 next month. Soon, actually. And we also have a watch party that we'll be doing soon too. Yes, how but I mentioned, if anything, there is that, right? There is that. Some things are just more important than money, man. Hear me out. I promise you, I did not say that. YouTube did not block me for that, man. Oh, man. The Uma tier list is going as well, man. It's halfway done, bro. Halfway done. Oh, my God. I will say, I hope... We have a lot of Blue Archive content coming. We have even more Toho content coming with gaming as well. It's gonna be fun, man. I'm excited. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes as well. So it's awesome. Thank you for that ping, Habit. I mentioned. I appreciate that big time. Thank you. And thank you very much for including me in a way, bro. A banger channel for Blue Archive. Really appreciate that. I will be sure to comment on this as well. All right, let's continue, shall we? Here we go. It's not going down anytime soon. I will do my best. Would you do oh my God, yo, if you think Uma will take long, do you guys want me to start one for Toho? I can't start a goal for that. It will take a long time, I reckon. If I had $1 million, I'd travel by plane business class, go to every anime convention. I like that. Man, I'm not gonna lie. I would straight up, like, literally nothing in my life would change, man. I would just stay home, stay neat, and stay streaming. A tier list. How many characters are in Toho? To be honest, I think we're a bit early for Toho. No, there's still a lot of Toho characters I don't know. I think so. You guys tell me when would be the right time. To be fair though, Blue Archive we started quite early as well. Blue Archive we did our tier list like very early on. Yeah, it's actually only Uma that we're kind of late game to do a tier list, if that makes sense. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Toho has less. Oh, it does. Toho has less characters. Oh, interesting. Okay. If I had a minute, Jeremiah, you know I appreciate you all the same, man. Thank you, man. You're like, oh, okay. I'd like you to do one special episode for Toho sorting when the Oh, fair enough. If you can remember, I got. Oh, right. Okay, fair enough. Hyperdimension. Okay. Songs is gonna be difficult, man. Okay. Really? Oh, Zekrom. Okay. All right. Interesting. Okay. I like. All right. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. All right. Countermeasures. Let's go. There are no reports of this yokai attacking humans. However, she can't exactly be considered friendly either. For example, whenever she comes to a human village to sell medicine, she disappears back in the forest as soon as her work is ended. She seems to prefer the same sort of foods that humans eat. Even in this passion, she differs from most yokai. However, one must make certain not to look directly into her eyes. They have an effect of the same sort as a full moon and will certainly make you go mad. Okay. And as yet unfounded rumor is that Tay seems to listen to little of what she says, probably a bit of medicine or the like. Perhaps it was an old man being that. Bear white rabbit of good fortune, Tewi Inaba. Can bring fortune to humans, threat level low, normal, bamboo forest of the lost. Yeah, music would take a long time, of course. Toho has 180? Oh my god, goddamn. Tewi Inaba is a yokai rabbit that acts as the leader of White Rabbit. She is a rabbit who has managed to live a long life by taking good care of her health. She can assume human form and understand human speech. This yokai rabbit is also known as the rabbit of good fortune. And said that those who see her will be blessed with good luck. However, not only is she very fleet-footed, but she spends much of her time in the bamboo forest, so it isn't very easy to find her. Her personality is quite mischievous. I don't even know how you say that one. Bro, there's a lot of words I don't know how to say, bro. But it's cowardly and cunning sides as well. She is extremely emotional to the point that her personality is not unlike a fairy's. Okay. It is said that she spends most of her time in bamboo forest and lives at Ayente. In fact, she has lived in the bamboo forest since before Ayente was built and is said to be one of the longest lived yokai in Gensokyo. Damn, she is a hag. Mischievous. That's what I thought. That spelling is very funny. Okay. Finally found out the rabbit in the bamboo forest just now. I'm sure Lady Luck will be visiting me from now on. Good fortune does not last very long, and so you may have exhausted your share merely by making it safely back from the forest. Rabbit meat is plain, so it goes well with it. Why he mentioned that here? Oh my lord. Rabbit meat is just one of the popular cuisines in Gensokyo. Even if I catch rabbits in my trap, there are never any yokai rabbits inside. Of course, yokai rabbits are pretty intelligent. Countermeasures. Due to her reputation as a bringer of good fortune, she is popular among humans for a yokai, but finding her is no simple matter. Right. Her tendency to stay in the bamboo forest only compounds the problem. Entering the forest to find this rabbit would certainly be reckless. The dense fog and monotonous scenery in the bamboo forest confuse your sense of direction, not to mention the many yokai living there. It is unwise to enter it unprepared. One might say that it would be good fortune not to merely find her at all. It may be that good fortune only visits those who are fortunate to begin with. Incidentally, compared to a 4-leaf clover, her good fortune is that of a 40-leaf clover. Damn, bro. Her presence had already been confirmed at the time of the Gensokyo Chronicle was first compiled. It's a favorite of mine as well, of course. Alright. Warped were yokai. Like a Oni. Low, medium variety. Anyway, okay. Theanthropes. Kagero would be one of these, right? Right. Those who normally live as human but become yokai under certain circumstances. When they are living as human, this does not mean they are pretending to be human. Rather, they are practically no different from humans. Right. When they become animals, though, their physical abilities abruptly increase and they become powerful as beasts. Isn't it? Like werewolves and stuff. And many of them retain the memory to being human, so they're often more intelligent than beasts. While they rarely attack humans, their habitat range is nearly exact. Habitat range is nearly exact to that of humans, so caution is necessary. Theanthropy can be hereditary or acquired. So if you have a baby with that, with one of these, there's a chance. Okay, interesting. Oh, I see. Okay. In contrast to the hereditary type, which is decided by lineage, acquired theanthropy occurs by being cursed or enchanted or having a magic spell cast upon them. Numerous hereditary theanthropes assume a completely animal form when they change, but acquired ones often retain their human shape as an animal. Okay. Also, the conditions that cause the transformation vary, but the major ones include looking at a full moon, drinking wine, becoming genuinely angry, the Hulk, and being doused with water. Potential harm, destructive activity, sinus inflammation, quite specific. Damage is basically on the low side. There are times when agitated theanthropes lay waste to a village, but by and large, most of the theanthropes coexist peacefully with humans, helping with tasks involving manual labor or using their abilities to drive away yokai. Befriending them, even as humans, has many advantages, so they are popular yokai. However, some people may experience sinus inflammation. Oh, I see. Allergies. Okay. Countermeasures. Oh, you're telling me Kagero is wife? I'll take it. Okay, fair enough. I didn't write the rules. Do not show surprise or fear if a neighbor suddenly turns into an animal. If one shows more fear than necessary, even a theanthrope will become agitated, putting one in danger. At such times, stay calm and attempt to engage in a natural conversation, such as, "My, your fur looks even better than usual today." Or say, "Who did your magnificent horns?" Not the Jinbei Echigoya. There's absolutely no disadvantage to being friendly with a theanthrope. If you suffer from sinus inflammation, tea is moderately effective, so drink it daily. Some mature later in life and that protracted lifespan, safe for having horns, fangs, and or tails. The resulting animals are often dogs, wolves, cats, pandas, or piglets. Whatever is appropriate for the situation. Alright, here we go. History eating half beast. Keine Kamishirasawa. Okay. Exactly, bro. Nothing wrong with feet. Just not for me, bro. I'm just saying. The power. Ooh. Power to consume history. Okay. Threat level low, human friendship high, place of main activity. Okay. Oh shit, actually, mad. Rich in knowledge, the wisest of theanthropes is Keine Kamishirasawa. Upon seeing the full moon, she will transform into a Hakutaku. A Hakutaku is a yokai which appears virtuous to rulers at the beginning of the reign, warning them of future calamities and guiding them on the path of righteousness. She can erase history when human, and she can become Hakutaku. She can create history. Gensokyo's history is all created about. Wait, what? Regarding history, things do not become history merely by happening. Things do not become history unless someone records it as history. She can fabricate. Does that mean I'm a historian because we're logging all these streams? I'm just saying. She can fabricate history that didn't happen or conversely erase from history incident that actually did happen. History is reality seen from a single point of view. It would not be too much to say that the power of Hakutaku is used to create favorable history for those virtuous rulers. Exactly. She lives in the human village where she runs a temple school and records history there every day. Such is her profession. Eyewitness reports. The temple school lessons are difficult to understand, tedious, and really boring. Can't you do something? He's not good at entertaining others. So why don't you come to the temple school, IQ? If I were the one teaching, it would certainly be more interesting. But a lesson is meaningless if it's merely interesting. That's not what I meant as a student. Well, I already know everything she teaches. Most of the lessons are summary of my records anyways. Interesting. Right. Wow. Although she's a little stubborn, there's no ill will towards humans. There's no need to be afraid. However, if you forget your homework, a fearful punishment is waiting. She's often seen, since she normally lives in the human village. At that time, you should greet her. It seems that she dislikes people who are discourteous. Also, she becomes a Hakutaku on the night of the full moon. She has a month of work on which to catch up at this time. She's often on edge, therefore refrain from visiting her on the night of a full moon. Incidentally, it's an acquired characteristic. The Hieda's family's Gensokyo chronicled beyond our powers. Thus, it is not her history, but ours. Oh. She also has close relations with the Hieda family. The vast quantity of information the Hieda family has collected over 1,000 years, it's useful for our lessons. Such as a headbutt. When she has grown horns, her headbutts are painful. Oh, okay. Alright. Vampire time, baby. Okay. The embodiments of charisma. Vampires. High. Low. Low. Anywhere. Night. Okay. Where are we here? Okay. Let's go. Right, okay, got you. Oh, bro, it's such a banger track, man. Of the new yokai that have emerged only within the last few centuries, vampire are among the strongest of them, strong enough to take part in the power balance of Gensokyo by now. During the day, they spend their time in the mansion, and once night comes, they become active. They are the lords of the night. Their main diet consists of the blood of humans. Oh my lord. Those whose blood has been sucked by one will neither die nor become a ghost. They will turn into a zombie for a while before evaporate. Oh wow. They went on a rampage where they first appeared in Gensokyo, lost against powerful yokai, and settled down after agreeing to a contract. The details of the contract are that yokai will offer them humans from which to feed. In return, the vampires will not attack humans living in Gensokyo. I'm telling you, if you're a NPC living in Gensokyo, you're having a bad time, bro. You're actually having a bad time. Vampires have tremendous physical abilities and magic power. They're able to uproot a 1,000-year-old tree single-handedly, to run through a human village within the blink of an eye, to summon many devils with a single word, to turn into bats, or even miss to intrude anywhere they please. They can recover from a single night, even when their body is blown away, so long as their head is intact. Some yokai have abilities to this level of power, but only vampires are known to possess all of them. Because this, their charisma of the highest class. However, perhaps due to their extraordinary ability, they have many weaknesses. Exactly. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. Weak against sunlight, so they're docile during the day. Neither can they move through flowing water, so they're docile on rainy days. They also cannot cross rivers. They cannot approach a sardine head or a broken holly branch. Their skin will be burned if someone throws roasted soybeans at them. Potential harm. Disaster. Those as powerful as vampires are usually forbidden to directly assault humans, so they aren't so dangerous even if you happen to meet one. Instead, they cause mini disasters that affect the whole of Gensokyo. They can create abnormalities and everything, including natural phenomena with no warnings for selfish reasons, which will always lead to endangering human life no matter what is affected. Most of these reasons are of mere curiosity, and they will seize once they're tired of it. Right. Ah, good point. Once a disaster has occurred, there is no choice but to seek help from a specialist who has the power to resolve it. Reimu, get your ass in here! Only thing an average human can do is find a way to survive. Aside from these times, vampires are relatively polite. They're usually not a threat. But that doesn't mean you should anger them. You shouldn't do something that strikes one of their weaknesses, even by accident. A half-hearted attack will only result in enraging them. In order to not unintentionally offend them, it's necessary to have a thorough knowledge of their weaknesses. Okay, the others consist of individual yokai living in the mountains, Tengu, Kappa, and such, humans and animals. A devil's contract is absolute, thus one can never betray it. It's said that these humans are from the Oh wow, okay. These humans are from the outside world, or those whose death are of no consequence. Suicidal, etc. Damn. You feeling suicidal? Why not become food for a vampire? Oh my god, that's crazy, bro. However, they seem to like natto. Okay. Remilia! Manipulation of fate, very high, very low, around Scarlet Devil Mansion. Yeah, true. If one refers to vampires that are known to exist in Gensokyo, they must be the Scarlet family living in the Scarlet Devil Mansion. Its mistress is the Scarlet Devil, Remilia Scarlet. Her appearance... oh my god. Oh man. Her appearance and behavior might seem childish, but she actually has lived for more than 500 years and possessing amazing physical powers as vampires do. She's short and looks as a little girl under the age of 10, but she has wings with a span wider than her height. And by looking at her silhouette, she may seem quite large. Her ego is large as well. Her actions are similarly childlike, combined with her amazing strength and inexhaustible curiosity makes her appear as a devil that may explode at any time. She sees during the day in Scarlet Devil Mansion. At night, she takes walks or hosts a party and has as much fun as she can before becoming tired and returning to her slumber. Is not sure whether she's using her ability to manipulate fate consciously, but it said misfortune will befall those who are merely in her vicinity, and you can cause great change in the state of her daily lives of others with but a word. For example, becoming more likely to encounter rare things. Okay. Anecdotes about this yokai: Scarlet Misty Incident. This incident led to many humans learning of the existence of the Scarlet Devil Mansion. There was an incident where Gensokyo was shrouded in deep red mist so the sunlight could not reach Earth, leading to a summer with low temperatures. Merely inhaling the mist will make you feel sick, and this led to people being unable to leave not only the human village, but even their homes over the course of the next several days. Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. There's Remilia behind the appearance of the mist, with her selfish intent of blocking the sunlight so that she could remain active during the day. I mean, this is Memories of Phantasm, right? It said that in the end, the shrine maiden of the Hakure Shrine punished her to bring an end to this incident. Eyewitness report: I saw her at a cherry blossom viewing party, using a parasol. If she's weak to sunlight, why didn't she wait until night? She's a vampire who's often spotted at daytime as well. At Toho 6, of course, yeah. It seems the parasols are ideal in blocking ultraviolet rays. I saw her at cherry blossom viewing party at night. I guess she does it since she's weak to sunlight. Rather, it is highly possible she was at the viewing parties for the entire day. I was wounded and could barely move, but someone from the Scarlet Devil Mansion helped me and let me lodge in. They call it the Devil Mansion, but she was unexpectedly kind. However, there wasn't anything much to eat, and since it was very noisy during the night, I couldn't sleep, so I ran away as I could. Vampires are surprisingly polite, especially since they try not to eat humans in Gensokyo. Okay. However, it might be that your fate to die like an animal had been altered. Countermeasures: although she's a yokai with many weak points, it's not a good idea to exploit them and agitate her. Since she cannot be exterminated under normal circumstances, you'll most likely anger her and simply be blown away. Oh, hello there! 聞いてくれてありがとうございます。元気ですか？今日はToho no Yomu no jikan desu. I hope that makes sense. Alright. Since she has abundant curiosity, she may choose to invite humans to her parties or play in the human villages on a whim. Okay. Because she is childish, you must be careful to not render her in a bad mood, otherwise there may be terrifying consequences. You'll have to put up with her selfishness. She thinks that nobody is superior to her, not only among humans but among yokai as well. Because of her haughty attitude, she's friendly to none. She was called Scarlet Devil before coming to Gensokyo. This came from the fact that she often spills blood and stains her white clothes. Okay. Right. Actual results may vary, but there's no visual indication when her abilities in effect. Depending on how she changed her fate, you might even become a half human, half yokai. Wow. And there's a sister of the devil, Flandre Scarlet. Right. The structure of anything and everything. Very high, very low, Scarlet Devil Mansion. Okay. There are two vampires in Scarlet Devil Mansion. Toho time! Toho desu yo! The older sister of the mansion and the mansion's mistress, Remilia Scarlet, and the younger sister, Flandre Scarlet. Flandre seldom leaves the Scarlet Devil Mansion, like me, but her existence has been confirmed by humans that enter it on occasion. She has unusual... Yeah, her wings are insane, man. Iconic. How do they differ to... They are quite different to Remilia's. Oh, wow. Wow. And her hair is a light blonde color, but her build and apparent age are similar to that of her older sister, Remilia. The two wings on her back are of an irregular shape, unlike those of any living creature, yokai or ghost. She has three friends, even among the yokai of Scarlet Devil Mansion, and spends most of her time in isolation. Even her older sister, Remilia, is seldom seen together with her. As a result, much of her is shrouded in mystery. It says she possesses the ability to destroy anything at all, even without touching them. Wow. Everything that is made for her to play with ends up broken, so she probably... Give her Lego, bro. Doesn't have many playmates. A method of destroying things to epilepsy involves pouring her power into the eyes of any material where the tension is the highest. I see. She can use her ability to cause these eyes to move in the palm of her hand. In other words, by crushing the eye held within her hand, she causes things to break. It is truly a frightening ability with no real weakness. Bruh. Sometimes when I sneak into Scarlet Devil Mansion like I own it, I run into the little sister. I had to slip by without drawing her attention. After going through all that to get into the place, I was hoping I wouldn't run into her. Damn. What a terribly selfish report. Hello, Ray. How's it going? Welcome. I doubt she can fly with those wings. It's plausible she cannot. I saw a shadow wandering into the mansion while I was at an outdoor party at the Scarlet Devil Mansion. It's truly frightening. I knew it was her just from the silhouette, but she doesn't get to join many parties. Almost like something from a horror story. Since it's unlikely that anyone will ever see or meet her, there isn't anything of which to be aware, but all you need to remember is that there are 2 vampires that live in the Scarlet Devil Mansion. Even if her older sister Remilia is away, you should remember that there's another vampire inside the mansion, and not sneak in unprepared. There are many mysteries to her abilities, and simple things such as the ability of the range of her ability and how to defeat her are unknown. The one thing that can be said is that it is an extremely dangerous ability. On top of that, she also possesses the usual superhuman strength attributed to vampires, so it would surely be impossible to put up a fight against her. Perhaps she's locked away. It's also rumored that she's a shut-in. When she clenches her fist, the subject breaks. Oh my god. Don't worry, everyone is able to fly without wings. Pure human spirits, ghosts. Okay. Yure, I guess, yeah? Very high, low, anywhere, anytime. The souls of the dead who don't realize that they have died or unwillingness to recognize death is too strong will be unable to achieve nirvana, becoming ghosts. Ghosts are different from phantoms since they keep the appearance they did while alive, can touch and speak, and can't be told apart. You can touch ghosts? Just for research, bro, I'm just saying. Yure is phantom. Okay. Ghost is something else, you know? Okay. Okay. Right. By casual observer. Their body temperature isn't low, and the only living thing that can become ghosts are humans. Okay. I'm just saying, bro. I'm making an observation. The large number of ghosts are unable to traverse the river. They remain in the realms of the living or cross over to the netherworld or to hell. In any case, there is absolutely no chance of reincarnation. If you become a ghost one day, until you accomplish your objective or your body is ceremoniously buried, you won't achieve nirvana. Ghosts can easily influence the human heart with just their voices, so it's dangerous to carelessly talk to one. Ghosts who carry grudges are a particularly dangerous threat, so you should somehow find the body and have a burial ceremony. Right. Therefore, a ghost's weak point is the body. Ghosts hide their corpses and never reveal them to the public. I see. They don't have bodies or flesh, but they aren't as insubstantial as phantoms, so they can touch things. On the other hand, they find it difficult to pass through objects. However, since they don't have physical bodies, even if they can touch objects, they cannot be injured. Right. Madness can turn into a phantom. The scariest thing is that they live alongside humans and can't be discerned as ghosts by the untrained eye. Even if the ghosts don't have any ill will, if you're touched by one of the dead, before you know it, you'll be... Oh no! Why? Although there are cases in which the ghost is a family member or friend, so people hesitate to hold a memorial. And instead, said go on living together. At first, it may seem like a happy thing to continue living together after someone dies, but the ghost is disconnected from the cycle of reincarnation. Not only will they wander for eternity, but they'll soon realize that their entire family has died. Even more frightening are ghosts who carry grudges. They take on the form of humans and deceive the living until the grudge is fulfilled. They will haunt people to death. If you're tired by a ghost, the only way to ward it off is to ask a specialist to hold a memorial ceremony. But truly, the scary thing about ghosts is that sometimes their victims accept them. No matter how familiar the face is, if it is the face of a person who's supposed to be dead, you must harden your heart and request a memorial ceremony. Damn, man. Also, try not to create grudges. In particular, if you accidentally killed someone, you must quickly have a memorial ceremony and repent. Though if you intentionally murdered someone, being haunted to death is reaping what you sow. Oh my god. If they haven't realized that they're dead, they sometimes vanish upon finding their bodies. Since corpses can't move, many of them believe that they are still alive. Okay, here we go. Yuyuko. Oh yeah, of course. Manipulation of death very high in the world. The mistress of the Saigyoji family who resides at Hakugyokuro in the netherworld. It is said that she died over 1,000 years ago, so she's a ghost with an abnormally long lifespan. Impressed by her unwillingness to hold grudges and her ability to control spirits, she was appointed by the Yama to manage the souls of the dead. In return, she was permitted eternal residence in the netherworld. Her appearance is no different from those of human. It is said that the color of her skin and her hair is paler than when she was alive. Her body... as her body is sealed away within Hakugyokuro, it is said to be impossible to hold a burial ceremony for her. Thus she will live eternally in the form of a ghost. Her personality is so extraordinarily carefree that it is said that she doesn't remember how long she's been in the netherworld. It seems she doesn't even remember what she had for breakfast. Oh man, the ability to manipulate death means just as it says, the ability to kill someone with no resistance. Damn. Once they're dead, she would be able to control their spirit as well. Nothing good can come out of challenging her. Anecdotes about this yokai. The cherry tree called Saigyo Ayakashi. Her father was a widely adored poet and eventually fell into eternal rest beneath the cherry tree as he wished. She's an airhead. Exactly. Okay. His adoration continued. Okay. His adoration continued after his death, and now he has ascended into heaven as a god. Every year, some grand personage would die beneath the tree when it was in full bloom, just like Yuyuko's father. The tree continued to absorb their blood. It turned into a yokai cherry tree with the ability to lure people to their death, and it came to be called the Saigyo Ayakashi. I see. It is said that the Saigyo Ayakashi is now kept in Haku Gyokuro in the netherworld, sealed with the bodies of countless people, including Yuyuko, who sleeps beneath it. For this reason, it never reaches full bloom. Phantom Emigration Project. Damn. My god. The story of 20 or 30 years ago, the number of phantoms in the netherworld increased due to limitations on ascension. Okay. Gradually, the already vast netherworld was becoming overcrowded, so she allowed them to inhabit various places. In the world of the living, as they were waiting to reincarnate, the places she chose included closed schools, hospitals, abandoned buildings, and other places people don't usually visit. But curious humans on the outside caught sight of the phantoms, so people started flocking to these places. Eventually, the Yama became aware of this and decreed that phantoms should be made a spectacle of, but the plan was abandoned. In the end, Yama increased the size of the netherworld, thereby removing the necessity for the emigration plan. It's said that the netherworld today is larger than hell. Eyewitness report. Maybe I should check out the netherworld for a flower viewing party this year. Marisa. The flowers in the netherworld are extremely popular even among the living. Keeping up a place with that much space would still be awful. Still, it must be nice. It seems that the housework is left to the phantoms. First of all, you'll likely not meet her under normal circumstances. She stays in the netherworld for most of the time. If she has business in Gensokyo, she usually has one of the phantoms go in her stead. However, there is one exception. You can speak with her after your death. Normally, when you die, you travel down the road of liminality, cross the Sanzu River, and receive judgment of the 10 kings at Higan. If you don't do anything wrong, you go to the netherworld and await your reincarnation or enlightenment. You'll definitely see her there. Surely something dreadful will await you if you manage to incur her wrath. To command her servant Konbaku to sever the circle of transmigration with the sword, and if she sends you back to Higan, you will surely be sent to hell. Probably best to read about her before you die. Lifespan, live. Perhaps equally senility setting in. As the heaven receives all those who are broken from the circle of transmigration, they've reached their capacity, including the outside world. People like mysterious places. Tengu time! Okay. Mountain god, stirring the wind. Tengu. Very high, medium, normal. Aya's dangerous? Oh no. Okay. Characteristics. I guess Aya herself, it would not be harmful to humans. I'm just putting it out there, man. Extremely well-known yokai have existed since the ancient time, predating even Gensokyo, and formed that. Fair enough. Oh man, reclusive lifestyle. See, sounds just like me, man. A various types of Tengu. The Tengu boss, Tenma, and the Mandaritized Great Tengu, the Nimble Information Corps. Crow Tengu, the ones who specialize in business work. Hanataka Tengu, the Mountain Defense Force. White Wolf Tengu, and the Printed Yamabushi Tengu. In general, they look the same as humans, but they're extremely large Tengu, such as the Great Tengu, and extremely proud ones, such as the Hanataka Tengu, who will always have their nose in the air. As you can be seen from their advanced civilization, Tengu are far more intelligent than humans and are very social. On an individual basis, they have very strong physical and sorcerous abilities that compare favorably to any yokai in Gensokyo. In particular, they can fly extremely fast, and there are few, if any, who can match their speed. One characteristic of Tengu is that they are generally cheerful, heavy drinkers. When they drink sake, they don't hold back in terms of quantity. It is said that as a greeting, they'll drink 18 liters of sake in one gulp. Damn. They also have a strong sense of community. If one of their friends are attacked, they'll certainly react with hostility. Bro, ride or die, family, Fast and Furious style, yeah? I love it. If an intruder appears on the mountain, they'll quickly show up in force to remove them, which is a characteristic not seen in other yokai. Usually, if there's an incident, they'll show up with their amazing speed, take a photograph, and turn it into an article, then print and publish. God damn. A sudden gust, rumor mongering, paparazzi photography, fake news. The wind occurs in the wake of a Tengu is strong enough to send a child flying. It doesn't happen often. It said that if you anger a Tengu, you'll be annihilated by Tony. Oh my god. What's even more frightening is that they spread half-truths and weird rumors. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh really? Oh my god. Okay. There are cases where rumors literally become the wind's rumors before they even reach humans' ears. Thereby, it becomes difficult to properly notify the village. Otherwise, because this is something against which there's no complete defense, there is nothing more dreadful than this. Oh my god, man. You caught in 4K, bro. First, you must not go to the mountain unprepared. Tengu strongly detest trespassers on their territory. There's honestly no way to defend against the rumors on the wind. So even if they circulate straight rumors, all you can do is live your life assuming that other people think that's just a rumor. The rumors are complete lies. Others think if it's that person, then maybe and make you feel guilty regardless. Also, the paparazzi photography is fearsome, but you just have to bear with it. Maybe a vampire could. To be honest, at the moment, there's no way to compete with a Tengu. Damn. She a baddie. She 100% a baddie, bro. A threat level high. Manipulation of wind. Aya Shameimaru. It's a crow Tengu who is considered to be quite fast even amongst other Tengu. She flies around Gensokyo with a camera in one hand, and when she finds an interesting event, she leads with a few photographs. She's never seen without her fan. Oh, she's a crow Tengu. She basically looks the same as a human. Never seen without a fan, her camera, or a bunkacho. Her fan is a tool that allows her to summon the wind. One sweep of the fan can knock down a house. 2 sweeps can fell a large tree. 3 sweeps can cause a traveler's cloak to be blown away. It is a Tengu's weapon. A camera is another powerful Tengu weapon which can capture a moment in time and turn it into a picture. Okay. Really interesting, man. Her photograph she takes are later used for her newspaper articles. Her bunkacho is a Tengu notebook where she writes down material she thinks will make interesting articles. Filled with innumerable photographs and handwritten notes. Her ability to manipulate the wind is a very straightforward ability that allows her to create and suddenly stop winds, as well as create tornadoes. Okay. Bunbunmaru newspaper. The newspaper that she writes articles for are based on the information she gathers is the Bunbunmaru newspaper. Normally she writes about the unusual events caused by the girls of Gensokyo. Currently, events even humans and non-Tengu yokai can subscribe to it. However, it has no set publication period, and even busy during periods, there might be 5 or so issues a month. Oh, okay, during busy periods, right? As the volume of articles in one newspaper is small, it's not very useful for gathering information. It's rather the sort of newspaper that is more suited for a human or yokai that wishes to whittle away a lazy afternoon perusing its page while sipping a cup of tea. Entertainment. Eyewitness reports. I have so many of her papers piled up, I don't know what to do with them, really, even though I'm not a subscriber. Oh man, she delivers a mountain of extras. To tell the truth, I also have a lot of extras piling up. It's such a bother how the crows gather around when throwing out our garbage. Sakuya! These aren't Tengu, but normal crows. Countermeasures. The pen is mightier than the sword. If they're written up in a newspaper, even the mighty yokai are no match for her. If every inhabitant of Gensokyo dislikes her presence with that fearsome weapon, the newspaper, along with her natural strength. They will come politely ask about interviews as humans and yokai alike, and if she sees them worth writing an article about, but will forcefully drive away any who interfere. She's generally the sort of yokai one does not wish to oppose, but one must somehow manage to cross her. Her strength is practically unrivaled. You will likely won't have anything to lose by cooperating with the news gathering. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay. Right. Oh man. It also has an amazing shot speed. She said that handwriting is unexpectedly cute, even though she's a Tengu. Many Tengu in society create newspapers on their own. As a result, the newspapers tend to be biased. It is popular in cafes. The strongest kidnappers. I would like to be kidnapped by an Oni. I'm just saying. Very high. A hot Oni woman. I should clarify. All right. Very low. Unknown. Okay. The strongest enemies of humans in Gensokyo. The livelihood is kidnapping human. Bro, by the way, speaking of Oni, we had a Toho track in yesterday's Vocaloid playlist, man. How crazy, bro. It was Suika's one of the what was her name again? What was the song name again? I can't remember, but it was very cool to have. All right. A livelihood is kidnapping humans, and with the high levels of physical and magical strength, they are the strongest beings in Gensokyo. In antiquity, they lived on the Yokai Mountain. Ooh, that's a good question. All of them. Broken Moon. Dash, thank you. Broken Moon, yeah. I would like an Oni One-san, bro. I'm just putting it out there. Okay, employee Tengu 7 built up an Oni society. From then on, at regular fixed interval, they kidnap humans and thus threaten the livelihood of the villagers. However, since several hundred years ago, the number of Oni has decreased little by little. From the time the Great Barrier was built, they have not shown themselves anywhere in Gensokyo. They were none too pleased with how the world of Gensokyo had become so carefree. With few humans trying to exterminate them, they left for a different world. No one knows where this world is, and since then, any contact of any kind with the Oni has ceased. Oni can have a variety of physiques, from huge builds all the way down to short and petite. literally. Oh my god. All of them have horns, and some also have fangs. Okay, they have arms slightly longer than humans, as well as slouched postures. Their personalities are both cheerful and ferocious. They can be quite intelligent with those they dislike. Belligerent. Oh, sorry. Okay. However, they will be warm-hearted and considerate to those they recognize as friends and will absolutely never betray them. Ride or dies, bruv. What they detest the most are lies, cowardice, malice, or unfair. I think I would get along with Onis, to be fair. Always honoring the promises, they can think of no other way to behave than to be fair and square. There are no yokai who are as forthright as the Oni. Also, their emotional and mental discipline is considerably strong, and very few Oni are not well versed in the principles of Zen. And while they have unparalleled love of an exceedingly high tolerance for alcohol, if they drink themselves hard enough to pass out, you will not wake up. They will not wake up no matter what. Oh my god. Potential harm, abduction. Since times fairly longer, humans have been tormented by the Oni. Occasionally descending from the mountain, kidnapping humans and making off with them. I genuinely thought that said mating off with them. Oh my god. With sake, they only threaten the day-to-day life. Because the humans couldn't simply stay silent and do nothing, and only extermination specialists were trained or summoned at fixed intervals to go exterminate the Oni. When that happened, marvelous tools and implements were taken from the Oni society after they had been beaten. Oni and humans, through human kidnappings and Oni extermination, may well have built up a relationship of mutual trust. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. Because the Oni have disappeared from Gensokyo at the present time, there are no extermination specialists. Because Oni are different from regular yokai, the means of extermination and the tools necessarily are particular and specialized. The techniques to exterminate Oni have already been lost by humans, thus it would appear that meeting an Oni nowadays would be too much for anyone to handle. Okay. In reality, the way in which things like the Suina ceremony or other Oni repelling rituals are conducted are already inaccurate. Though since the chance of meeting an Oni already close to zero, there should be no problem. But that the present society, I think, is built upon the vestiges of original Oni society. In Gensokyo, we call where they went the land of the Oni, possibly hell. There she is! Tiny night parade of 100 demons. Suika Ibuki! Okay. Ah, manipulation of density. High normal yokai mountain. Okay. Let's go. Alright. Okay. A long time has passed since the Oni disappeared from Gensokyo. However, there have been recent confirmed reports of Oni sighting. Those are Suika Ibuki. She suddenly appeared and settled down in Gensokyo for some reason. Her body is small, and the two long horns on her head stand out in contrast to her short stature. She may not look terribly frightening compared to other yokai, but she is an Oni after all. She possesses enormous strength and boasts that if she wanted to, she can tear down the yokai mountain by herself. A drinker without peer, she always carries around a gourd filled with sake, from which she constantly imbibes. As a result, there are no reports of her behavior when sober. Oh my god. There's a power to alter the density and the thickness of anything. All things become a fine mist, the density low, converting when objects are made more dense, the temperature increases so they melt. Because she loves the bustle of festivals and parties, she has the humans and yokais assemble at whole festivals. This ability called humans and yokai to assemble is a manifestation of a power over density. We are Japanese! Too good, man. She can do physical work, she collects garbage, so I guess she's useful in a sense. Reimu Hakare. Just like certain tools, Oni can be very useful if skillfully handled. If you can build a relationship, mutual trust with them, Oni are not that fearsome. I wonder if she can help me gather unusual things, Sakuya. It may be dangerous to be overly frank about your desires, though. Okay, that's for people like us. Time measures. As knowledge about Oni and methods of the extermination have been lost in modern times, it is best not to even attempt to destroy them. There is absolutely no chance of succeeding. Befriend them. Marry them. Have children with them. However, tentatively, there are a few methods of protecting yourself from an Oni. For example, You can run a holly branch through a sardine head and place it in front of the entrance of your house so that this will prevent an Oni from coming near you. Its effectiveness is unknown. Particularly problematic given that no one knows how to exterminate Oni. It isn't entirely impossible given that she's an Oni. After all, Oni don't lie. A bottomless gourd of sake. I think even the head of a sardine can be a charm. Alright. Dragons in Toho! I don't think we've ever met a dragon girl, right? High is god of fantasy. Very high, very low. Unknown, unknown, unknown. Okay. The supreme god of Gensokyo. Humans, yokai, and all other living things worship this god. They're believed to be in the ocean or the sky or in the rain, but few have been able to confirm this. It looks like a serpent with hands, horns. Oh, okay. Far thicker than a great tree thousands of years old. It's said to be long enough to block out the sky. The dragon's cry rends the heavens and calls on thunderstorms. God damn, bro. When it simply bends, it causes earthquakes and makes mountains crumble. Who knows what would happen to Gensokyo if something were to invoke its wrath. But that said, despite its destructive power, the dragon is also Gensokyo's god of creation. It's thanks to the dragon that the rain falls, the river flows, and everything is enveloped in a verdant green. It seldom appears, only revealing itself in Gensokyo's greatest times of need, blocking Shenron, bro. Oh, the sky, rainbows and rivers manifest in its wake as proof of existence. The dragon was the dragon. There's one dragon. Last seen when the Great Hakure Barrier is created, the sky was rent and the constant thunder. With constant thunder, the land was engulfed in a flood that threatened to submerge it, and for an instant, the skies were completely dark. The yokai sages staked their existence on pledging eternal peace to the dragon, and in an instant, the waters drew back. The sky was torn asunder, and light was returned to the heavens. Since then, at the center of the human village stands a statue depicting the dragon god, which is worshipped every day. Wow. Statue of the dragon god. It's said that the dragon god in the human village is an amazing artifact that can tell you that what the day's weather will be with the color of its eyes. When the eyes are white, it'll be sunny. When they're blue, it'll rain. When they're gray, it'll be cloudy. Well, it's very convenient. Wow. What? Yeah. Literally. Oh my god. Okay. But beware when the eyes turn red. This is a color reserved for indeterminate prediction. It appears whenever something truly strange is happening in Tokyo. In many cases, it was due to yokai-related incident. Incidentally, this weather forecast is correct 70% of the time. Lovely. As an aside, the dragon can travel anywhere, regardless of the Great Barrier. It's said that it can move freely between the netherworld, heaven, hell, or the outside world. After all, if it wasn't convenient, the humans wouldn't come to worship it. It's said that the Kappa who chiseled the statue thought so and sneaked the forecasting device into the statue. Worker yokai of the water, Kappa. Okay, interesting. Average, low. Okay. Yokai mountain. These are yokai. Where are we? These are yokai who dwell in the river near the yokai mountain. They're technologically gifted yokai that produce various tools with skill of hand. Similar to Tengu, they have built their own society, more advanced than us humans. Damn, Kappa, okay. Oh man. Oh wow. Their appearance is human, but they have a turtle shell covering their backs and plates covering their heads. Okay. Swimming is their forte. In the water, they can move faster than fish, but on dry land, there's no major difference in abilities compared to a human. The fighting skills also comparatively low, so they seldom show themselves to humans. No, excuse me, sorry. Now, furthermore, since they run away when they know it's human, their way of life is shrouded in mystery. When they are spotted, it is just the occasional foolish kappa that has been washed down the river. The tools of the kappa. The tools created by the kappa, the tools of the outsider world, and the tools of the outsider world are treasured as the two great varieties in Gensokyo today. However, it is unknown how to use most of the tools. The photographing devices used by Tengu are a good example of this. Even when the button is pressed, they remain silent for some reason. Others include clocks that somehow tell the time with inherent precision, and devices allowing people to hold conversations at a distance. Wow. The man society is said to have become very advanced with these various devices, including one for transmitting images to other places as well as receiving them. Swimming may be the strong point, but if not, it is not as if kappa actually live in water. They usually live on land, where they also make their tools. If an enemy is approaching, they dive into the water and hide. However, while they can stay underwater longer than a human, they cannot remain there forever. They must surface for air eventually. Kappa clothing is very water resistant, so it's possible to wear it into the water and it won't interfere while swimming. He also said they were created by copying the devices from the outside world, but I was going to say, they look awfully familiar to devices from the outside world. Waterproof is outstanding, to be fair. They can hold their breath for several hours. Most carefree human celestials. Okay. Low, very low, very low. Normal, unknown, unknown. Okay. Humans that live in heaven. They live forever in heaven, separated from the world of daily cares and even from the circle of transmigration. As they are bright and carefree and love song, dance, and fishing, they spend their days on activities such as listening to music, fishing, and playing Go. Okay, celestials are hermits who have long pursued ascetic knowledge, but they can be divided into those who have achieved immortality and ascended to heaven, and those who have attained enlightenment and entered nirvana after death. Okay. Wait, actually, YouTube auto changes Kappa as that. Oh, Kappa as in like the emote, I guess, right? Or maybe it's just happening to Kagero? Unlucky. Oh no. Right. Hey, a fairy is messing with you, Kagero. A fairy is messing with you. Oh man. Okay. The former have physical bodies so they can appear on earth with ease, but the latter cannot descend from heaven without borrowing somebody's body. However, sometimes they descend to earth, they say absurd things that combine normal humans and return to heaven. A celestial body is like poison to yokai, and as a result, yokai almost never attack celestials, so they have nothing to fear on earth. Even though it's ferocious or beasts to be tamed, they held out their hand. They're also able to ride on clouds and divine appearances. The divine appearances gives them is almost frightening. Damn. Conditioned for becoming a celestial. Celestials spend their days listening to music, fishing, and playing Go, never bother with their needs to work, and always able to eat the highest quality of food. Certainly, no small number of people would like to live their dream last. We were just talking about this. How incredible, man. But to become a celestial, humans must free themselves of worldly desires. In other words, the first requirement is to certainly not be the sort of person who would yearn for such a life. Likely, most people who would not meet this requirement. Got you. Oh, I like this track. The world of the celestials. Heaven is said to exist above the clouds, but in reality, this is not the case. It actually exists in the sky far above the netherworld. The dead are naturally able to go there, but it's also possible for a living people to visit. Oh. This is because throwing away all desires includes freeing oneself of the desire to live, in which case one essentially becomes the living dead. It said the one we need to pursue enlightenment for hundreds or thousands of years. Of course, I'd like to as well. Somewhat peculiar humans. Hermits. Usual threat level very low. Frequency of encounters low. Average, unknown. Okay. Humans that have acquired superhuman abilities as the result of their religious training. However, they have not completely cast aside all of their worldly desires. Rather, they are separated from their drudgeries of needing to work and now reside in Gensokyo. The age and longevity may be in the hundreds or even thousands of years, but they are not immortal. Those who neglect their training will quickly have their body decay into ashes and disappear. Oh my god. Unlike celestials, which are poisonous to yokai, hermits are a delicacy to yokai. Oh my god. Yokai who consume the hermit may be promoted to a higher rank or sent to a higher form. Therefore, if an ordinary animal consumes the flesh of a hermit, they will become a beast yokai. Ooh! In other words, to be a hermit is to become a target of countless yokai. Ay. Now, if that weren't enough, hermits are always beset by misfortune. The worst of which is that once about every 100 years, an assassin will come from a... Oh my god, bruv! During this time, if they are even a little careless in their training, their powers weaken even little, they'll be unable to repel the threat and will fall into hell. It's difficult to continue living as a hermit, to say nothing of attempting to become a celestial. As there are many kinds of humans that make up this group, it can be expected that most of them are a little peculiar. Their everyday habits stand out from the norm, and people who don't understand the situation will mutter hostilities among themselves, eventually leading the hermits to leave the human village. However, the bonds of fellowship between hermits is profound. As soon as a new candidate for hermitry appears, he is taken in as a disciple, and in a manner of speaking, will be taken care of until he can stand on his own. Okay. Their everyday life is extremely modest and frugal, only eating the absolute minimum amount of food to live. On the first day of the month, they will nibble fruits and nuts from various trees, and in this way survive. Furthermore, upon reaching the age of 500, food of any kind is unnecessary, and simply ingesting fog or haze will be enough. From the moment they wake up, they turn towards sunrise and will recite chants thousands of times. Only briefly during the day will they freely go out. As the sun sets, they will once again be engaged in reciting chants. Okay. Abilities of hermits. These hermits, who are the most alluring of humans to yokai, naturally possess comparable levels of power. Although there are many situations of yokai exterminated during the course of the work became hermits. Because their physical bodies are aged, They may appear to be extremely fragile or vulnerable, but there are many of them who take care of themselves in natural cures, and it's said that their bodies are tougher than steel. Furthermore, they're able to learn various kinds of sorcery. If they see something dangerous approaching a human, they will immediately come to the aid of a person and will display the utmost kindness. Oh, that's kind of nice. Okay. Simple act of living the sin, as the weight of that sin is as great as a lifespan, is necessary to perform pious acts to compensate for them. They're also entrusted with miscellaneous tasks like scrolls. They will often use reading techniques that rotate the mantra to be recited. A saturation of gods. Ya Yorozu no Kami, the 8 million gods. Usual threat level low, frequency on account is high, variety. Okay. These are the gods that are found everywhere and have a especially deep relationship with humans. Here, 8 million is taken in the sense of myriads, a true count. Okay. Okay. It will be much, true count will be much higher. Since they're formless, you can't touch or converse with them. Oh, Pekko. Oh no. Since they're formless, you can't touch or converse with them. That's what their true forms are. They were in the form of all things before they were given names. Even when given a name, the gods' effects are truly perceptible. These gods inhabit many different objects, but don't inhabit anything without physical form. They run the full gamut from the fearful to the friendly, from noble to the humble, and so on. It's said that the tools that host gods increase in utility according to the level of inhabiting spirit. Oh, I see. Thank you. Rights for the gods inhabiting a tool. When we buy a new tool, you should offer a prayer to and examine it to make sure it's not already broken. Yeah, right. It raises early at this early stage. It's said to be inhabited by the cursed god of early failure. You tell a shopkeeper about it, they may be able to exercise it. Try using it every day, cleaning it well and treating it carefully. If you do this, the god's move will improve. If it breaks and you buy a replacement, the god will become angry and will become cursed. To avoid this, you must hold a proper memorial and get rid of it. Oh, excuse me. If you neglect to do so, the god may become a Sukumogami and begin to move on its own and bring evil to its owner. Oh, it's reminding me of Zoro and his cursed sword there. Yeah. Oh, yes, I believe... So we are on currently, I'm having a look as well. A saturation of gods. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. 6 chapters left. Or 6 entries left, rather. So almost done. Sukumogami. The god of a tool that's used continuously for a long period of time may take on the thoughts of its owner, and the nature of its divinity will gradually change. If it's cast aside without proper memorial, the god may not be able to return to normal, but into Sukumogami. It may move on its own in an attempt to inflict harm on its former owner. These spirits are more likely yokai than gods and can wreak real havoc against people lacking a single redeeming feature. Please remember to properly memorialize well-used tools. Can you believe I've been reading for almost 2 hours in a row? Didn't even do this in med school. Didn't even do this in English class, bro. Oh, man. Right. It's also true that the god's grade is said to increase through use as well. Don't forget to be respectful towards the god. Apparitions of the god. Divine spirit. Very low, unknown. Shrines unknown. Characteristics. Among ghosts, those who are revered as gods are called divine spirits. Oh, I see. There are those who lived as gods and also those who after death ascended to godhood. Having no connection to the 8 million gods, these will not die even after a memorial service, but will simply extinguish. Divine spirits not possessing a body usually live in a Shinto shrine or in a smaller shrine, and only during festival will emerge, ride, and have a good time on a portable Shinto shrine. Seeing humans in this state will put them at ease. The powers of the divine spirits come from the powers of faith. If they have many believers, they will have a greater influence on humans in yokai, and the shrine will also become greater. Conversely, when faith decreases, their powers of influence will become weaker, and the shrine will begin to decline. Basically, this is relying on the action of others. The divine spirits are considerably verified ghosts, so revealing their forms to people is something that mostly never happens. Okay. They speak so faintly that ordinary humans can't hear them. For this reason, those who carry the duty of facilitating communication are the shrine maidens. Shrine maidens can, utilizing peculiar methods, hear the words of the divine spirits and communicate this to the people. Ah, okay. Right. Shrines are not constructed by divine spirits but by humans. If the shrine is built for an existing divine spirit, then that spirit will naturally take lodging in it. However, from here on in, there is a problem. Simply because it is a place for divine spirits, a shrine looks no different from any ordinary building. If many people come to the shrine to worship its divine spirit, it will begin to gain power from being worshipped by so many for the first time. Okay. As the number of visiting worshippers increase, expansion and renovation to the shrine become an important matter, and a great amount of money will become necessary. In other words, the goal of the shrine is to expend all acquired monetary offerings from the visiting worshippers. The monetary offerings will increase, such as dancing, drinking alcohol, dancing while drinking alcohol, and various other methods. Alright. Hell's tour guides. Oh, Shinigami. Okay. Low. Ooh, low, yeah. Oh, I guess they only go after people that are about to die, or that are marked for, that are meant to die. Santa River, okay. Even though Shinigami are not yokai who live in Gensokyo, they do appear in Gensokyo on rare occasions, so they will be given an introduction here. Shinigami usually live in hell, responsible bleach time, baby. Responsible for working at the ministry that determines the lifespans of humans, guiding spirits, acting as ferrymen on the Santa River, or performing other tour guide type duties. While they have the image of greeting humans who have died and taking their souls, in reality, they're the Yama's metaphorical hands and feet, performing any necessary manual labor. One characteristic of a Shinigami is that they carry enormous scythes with them. It said that this scythe is a symbol of a Shinigami's prestige, but in actuality is more of a service to the recently deceased. When the deceased first gaze upon a Shinigami wielding a giant scythe, they think they really are such a thing as Shinigami, and then gladly accept their fate. Okay. What's the name of our Shinigami in Toho? Oh! Chi-Chi! Oh my god, no. Her Chi-Chi's, bro. Oh, wait, what's her name? Ah, no! Komachi! Bro, it didn't help! It didn't help! No! Oh my god. Yeah, no. I couldn't relate. Her Chi-Chi, I had her head. I had her Chi-Chi's in my head, bro. But I couldn't get her name. Oh my god. The Chi-Chi's are the most important part, however. Oh, that's wild, man. Oh, bro, you can see my brain work in real time. Oh, that's crazy. That's actually wild, man. Administration of lifespan, they record. Yeah, right. Something that wasn't in the original plan, and recalculations performed. Because this job requires constant recalculation, they need to be good at maths. Oh my god. Vast amount of data. Shinigami who are cut for such a job are always being sought after. Receptionists to hell. Because there are spirits that will be unfamiliar to the system in hell, these guys will explain the details to them and present them with direction to various destinations. Shinigami that appear to know about hell are in charge of this role. Ferryman for the Santa River. That's her, right? They collect the fare paid by the spirit to come to the Santa River and then have the job of ferrying their spirit to Higan. Because this involves manual labor away from the office, it's not very popular. But because you work by yourself at your own pace and you can talk with all kinds of spirits, those who like this kind of work thoroughly enjoy it. Judicial clerk sitting in the court of the Yama. This work further involves documenting the minutes of the proceedings. Only daily among Shinigami are sought for this position, but the actual work itself is fairly simple. Relatively well received because this only involves record keeping. If it is something devious from the plan, they do not kill. There she is. Komachi Onoduka. Manipulator of distance, low, normal Santa River. A Shinigami that ferries a boat across the Santa River. There are many such Shinigami, but she is responsible for ferrying most of the souls of the humans in Gensokyo. For this reason, she can often be seen in Gensokyo. Her tall geta and enormous sickle give her an imposing stature. God damn, yeah, that is massive. Her scythe, not her chest. Oh man. Since she's so imposing, if you see her while alive, she must be all the more overwhelming after you died and become a ghost. She loves to talk with her powerful yet pleasant tone. She likely carries a number of one-sided conversations about ferrying souls. All one can do is sit patiently and endure until they reach the other side of the river. Ability to manipulate distance. Okay. Here we go. He said that the width of the Santa River changes according to the person that's crossing it. Its length is determined by the toll paid to the Shinigami that ferries, and the larger payment made for shorter trips. They said that the toll is paid out of one's own assets, not the personal assets accrued over one's lifetime, but the money spent by close friends on behalf of the deceased. Oh, okay. If by some chance this figure is negative, then the ferry will never reach that. Oh my lord! And the deceased will be likely thrown overboard into the river. God damn! Whether one makes it or not is all up to the Shinigami. Komachi's boat on the Sanzu River. There is no wind in the Sanzu River, so the ship that crosses it has no sails, and must therefore be rowed by hand. Compared to her own gaudy dress, her ship is a very astute affair with no decorations. If you assume that all the other Shinigami ships are similarly furnished, one might suppose that Hell provides them. Since Hell's facilities naturally must be expanded in order to accommodate the increasing population, it is said that Hell is currently experiencing a period of financial difficulty. Thus, the Shinigami likely have no choice but to use antiquated ferries. That's wild. She will even do the same for humans from the outside world if she's available. If she's slacking off, of course, ghosts can't talk back. Rulers of Hell, Yama. Very high, low, Higan, unknown. Even though the Yama are not yokai residing in Gensokyo, they do appear in Gensokyo on rare occasions, so they will be given an introduction here. In past times, when there were comparatively fewer humans, the cycle of spiritual transmigration operated with great reliability. The policy of crossing over 7 times, plus 3 additional times, carried out by the 10 kings. By passing even one judgment successfully, you could enjoy a sweet next life. However, as the number of humans increased little by little, the number of judges proved to be unable to keep up. Then the 10 kings called upon the most powerful of Yama to reduce the number of pending trials as much as possible, and thus the shortage in personnel was resolved. Additionally, Jizo from all over the country interested in serving as Yama were gathered and entrusted with judgment of the deceased at each Jizo's location of origin. All the Yama are former Jizo. In present times, to address the issue of humans outnumbering the judges, they formed the Ministry of Right and Wrong, along with the Shinigami and Oni in Hell, to take up the business operations and oversight. The Ministry of Right and Wrong. At the top of the organization, there preside 10 Yama. Below them are lesser judges and Kinshin chiefs. Each and every judge also commands several Shinigami, while each of the Kinshin chiefs similarly commands a number of lesser Oni. Within the organization, all those up to and including the lesser judges carry the Yama title. First, for the spirits who have been brought by the Shinigami via Higan, they'll be taken to the core of the lesser judge, who has jurisdiction over where the spirits formerly live. Each trial is presided by a single judge who pass judgment without heeding the testimony of the deceased, and thus divide the soul towards heaven, hell, or the netherworld as the outcome dictates. The Kinshin chiefs will take charge as the soul falls down to hell and will command the lesser Oni in their torments of the deceased. Oh my lord. A wide array of torture devices could be used, but current economic conditions mean that many of these contraptions are in serious need of maintenance and repair. The man said the logistics of hell, bro. The organization primary source of incomes are the fares from those crossing the river, the Santo River, as well as concession stands and food carts operating on the road of liminality. At Yama's trial, misdeeds committed while living will be read loudly and clearly. The details and the severity will be considered, and the verdict will then be announced. Once the verdict has been passed down, there is no chance of revoking or appealing the decision. This judgment will determine the final destination of the spirit. If you lie, the Yama will have your tongue pulled out. It may just be a common adage, but the Yama does say this as well to threaten lives. To address the issue of an excess of deceased subject, the judging proceeds in an assembly line fashion, executed with extraordinary speed. 2 alternating shifts unceasingly pass down judgment. In their free time, they enjoy a leisurely life in Higan. Yeah, man. Look at that world building. The number was reduced 7 times. All these 7 cases had problems, so 3 additional judgments were implemented. King Shinko, the immovable, King Shinko, the enlightened one, King Sote, the wisest, King Gokan, the virtuous conduct, King Enma, the merciful savior, King Kenjo, the future, King Taizan of the medicine and healing, King Byodo of the mercy and compassion, King Toshi of strength and wisdom, King Gototenrin of the limitless light and life make up the 10 kings. Okay. When the number of those holding the top position start to be too numerous, what will the ministry do then? Dead men tell no tales. Oh my god, okay. Supreme Judge of Hell, Eiki Shiki Yamaxanadu, is that how you say it? Distinctly judging things as right or wrong, very low, normal, Higan. One of the many Yama, as she's in charge of judging the dead of Gensokyo, she's the Yama with the closest ties to us. Since she is very preachy and is never mistaken about anything, she appears a little hard to approach. Oh, Xanadu. Okay, thank you. Right, it was the X that threw me off. Okay, so Z, it's pronounced as Z, yeah, alright. Her teachings are fundamentally for the benefit of humans in Gensokyo, so you should listen earnestly to what she has to say. This Yama is famous in Gensokyo, particularly among long yokai who have been helped by her at least once. Nevertheless, yokai feel uncomfortable around the Yama, so whenever she does, she comes to Gensokyo, all yokai go into hiding. In this sense, Yama is an ally of honest humans. Moreover, whenever a mortal's karma is so bad that it becomes certain they will go to hell, she will directly go to warn that person during a work break and may even urge the person to better themselves. Okay, fair enough then. Alright. In this sense, Yama is an ally of honest humans, yeah. Moreover, when a mortal's karma is so bad that, okay. Cleanse crystal mirror. A mirror that the Yama possesses. By looking into the mirror, they see all your past deeds. Although the mirror enables the Yama to make fair judgment, it is also a reason why they are disliked. In front of the mirror, privacy is non-existent. They can learn as much personal information as they please. It is one hellish device indeed. Every Yama has a mirror of a different size. It is said that hers is as large as a hand mirror. Excuse me. Right. A rod which the Yama always carries with her. This is the rod in which she writes the nature of the offense and then beats the guilty. The people who have done wrong are beaten many, many times in direct proportion to their sins. And she keeps beating them until they repent. Oh my god. Right. Okay. The weight of the rod is equal to the weight of the one sin of the sin written on it. Instantly, sins are distinct from the living world's crimes, nothing to do with whether people have complied with the law. Sins are determined purely at Yama's discretion. At one time, one rod was used per ghost, but considering the influence on the environment, now it is made of a new material which can be written on it many times. Okay. Yamaxanadu is actually Jota, the Ministry of Right and Wrong. The literal meaning is the Yama of Paradise, perhaps by exaggerating the punishment that the person will receive, both literally and figuratively. Okay. Spirited Away Humans, Outsiders. I believe this is the final chapter. Okay, 2 hours on the dot. Lovely. Usual threat level, unknown. Frequency of encounters, low. Places likely to be encountered near Hakure Shrine, the road of reconsideration, or the Muenzuka. Times likely to be encountered, unknown. Characteristics, they are the humans that live in the outside world. Well, they come from the outside world and have different clothing, hairstyles, and speech patterns. There is no clearly defined differences from the people of Gensokyo. Sanae, right? Most of the humans are in a state of panic, but it should be natural. I guess it's Sanae. I don't know, actually. The knowledge they possess is far more profound than ours, and they handle tools yet unknown to us. Both the humans and yokai of Gensokyo are easily influenced about the outside world, and when they learn something new from an outsider, they'll become popular for a while. Sanae doesn't count as this. Okay, if an outsider is fortunate and manages to find the human village, they can be returned safely to the outside world, and they go to the Hakure Shrine. However, there are also rare cases where outsiders settle into Gensokyo. I see. Right. Such outsiders are treasured since they hold unique knowledge. Common characteristics among outsiders, they immediately put a tool called a mobile phone to their ears, and out of that are at a loss of what to do. Where's my signal? As this tool emits sinister sound. Even if they see yokai, they will neither fight nor run. They are willing to become eaten. Oh my god. In spite of this, if they see a phantom, they'll run away at full speed, even though they're less dangerous than yokai. They hold little knowledge about the outside world. Despite using those tools, they know little of theory and construction of them. The mobile phone is in oh god, is an example of it. Therefore, it's impossible to reproduce the tools of the outside world in Gensokyo. Do you know how a mobile phone works? Oh man, regrettable indeed. Lately, a sport called soccer has become popular. In this manner, Gensokyo is halfway infected with the outside world. Yeah, lovely. Alright guys, it looks like that is it. We'll call it there for the reading, and in the next one we'll begin with Reimu, Shrine Maiden of Paradise. Very fun. Very fun. Lovely. Thank you as always, Krim. Appreciate it big time. Thank you. Fun reading, man. Learning a lot through this encyclopedia. Thank you. Alright guys, you know the drill. We will now be calling it here for the YouTube section of the playlist, and head on over to the Twitch section where we do some music reactions. All right, we have a bit of a chonker today as well, so be sure to tune in. I'm just gonna quickly go to the toilet, and we'll go live onto Twitch. Right, guys, thank you very much. I will see you in about 5 to 10 minutes. This is Shabir from Velo City. Catch you in a bit. Peace. Otto Velo. Catch you in a bit, guys. Otto. Peace. Bye.